Alrighty, everybody, what is up? I am back with another day of Spyro Gaming. I hope you guys are excited, as I am always. The day today is July 30th, 2025, and I feel pretty good. I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I did not get the best sleep last night because I ate a bunch of those jarred, you know those little like peppers that, you know, come with like your burger at In-N-Out? You go to a burger joint, they got those really spicy little pickled little tiny like jalapeno peppers or whatever. I got a jar of those in the freaking kitchen, and I must have eaten like 4 or 5 of them last night. Oh my god, biggest mistake of my life. They were spicy, you know? I mean, like, I don't know what it is, because like jalapenos aren't normally like the most spicy pepper ever, but these little pickled jarred jalapenos or whatever they're called, and it was just the normal like Mezzetta store brand. I was thinking like, these things can't be that bad, but damn, dude, those things wreaked havoc in the bathroom, bro. I'm sorry, I could barely sleep. I could barely sleep. Like, I woke up like 3 different times. Even this morning was like, it was a total mess. Total war zone in the bathroom, man. So, I mean, they're delicious. I hardly regret it because they're so good. Like, having one of those and sipping a beer, oh, that was class. You know, we were watching Pirates of the Caribbean 3. I mean, that went hard, man. That shit really went hard, so. GG's. GG's to my intestines last night. Yeah, we've been actually, Sarah and I have been going through the Pirates of the Caribbean movies lately. We just finished the 3rd one. We of course watched the 1st and 2nd one over the last few days. And so far my favorite is the 1st, by far. The 3rd one, it started to get a little, I feel like they started to lose the plot a little bit once they got like all the, like the council of pirates together and shit. Like, I mean, it was cool. Like, I liked how the pirates were dressed, you know? I like the costume design of the 3rd one. But the actual, like, plot, I like the 1st one the most. But we're gonna watch the 4th one after that. The other thing about the 2nd and 3rd one is that they're both total cliffhangers. They're both total, like, setup fodder for the next film. So you can really tell that, like, compared to the 1st movie, it's like Disney's really, like, milking that shit, you know? But hey, you know, Johnny Depp is hot, Orlando Bloom is hot. Fucking whatever the lady's name, she's hot too. I love all the pirates. Arrgh. I play a drinking game with the fucking Pirates movies, that anytime they have a bottle of like ambiguous rum that they sip from, I have like my bottle of tequila right there, and I don't take like a big shot, I take like the smallest sip ever, and I'm like, arrgh. I can't take like big shots, so it's fine, I don't go overboard or anything. If you hand me a shot, I'll like literally sip it like, I'm like a total buzzkill for when people take shots. Keira Knightley, yeah, she's hot, I guess. I wouldn't say she's exactly my type is the thing, but yeah, she's hot in like a very conventional sense. I like the fucking, what's her name, the Jamaican lady. The Jamaican witch doctor lady. She can get it. What's that actress's name? She's dope. What's up, Energy Drink? How you doing? Like, you know an actress is hot when like they have to make her teeth like completely rotten black looking in order to like fulfill the witch doctor look, and she still looks hot as fuck. You know, it's like, damn. It's like you can't even try to make her look bad. Tia Dalma, yeah. Naomi Harris. Yeah, she's cool. Yeah, Davy Jones actually in the third movie that we watched, we're talking about Pirates of the Caribbean. Me and Sarah have been watching that a bunch lately. What up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Let's go to a level that I actually could practice. How's it going, everybody? I'm doing good today. I'm chilling. I think before I get too ahead of myself, I think I should do my push-ups, my 20 push-ups for the day. I gotta come clean about something, is I haven't been going for my my daily walks lately. So this has literally been my only exercise. I'm taking off the shirt. I do feel like I'm getting buffer slowly, but it's, I don't know. It takes time, I guess. Apparently this shit takes time. Alright, 20 slow ones. Here we go. For you, Elucidark. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get in the right position. This is about good right here. Alright, we ready? Here we go. Scoot over. I don't hit my mic. Slow down. Yeah, dude. All right, we did that. Woo! Shit. Turn on the fan. God motherfucking damn. You guys ready? Oh. Oh, yo, get away! You little son of a bitch, he tried to attack me. Holy shit. God damn. You know, so sometimes I see how aggressive he is there. That's why I leave him there. He keeps you on your toes, you know? I call him Blue Eyes White Pikachu. Oh man. Yeah, he literally did the wasp thing where he'll like float in front of you and then be like, whoa, and then like, whoa. He literally got that wasp AI. All right, that woke me up. Oh my god. All right, now I'm ready to warm up. Now I'm ready. It fucking came for me, dude. That's so funny. I literally had to swat him out of the air. He was gonna get me. Whew. But yeah, guys, pretty good day today. Everything's been good so far except the fact that I've been shitting myself the whole, like, last 12 hours because of these peppers I've been eating. But I feel good besides that. I did sleep actually pretty decently despite waking up a few times last night for that. So I think I'm alright. I think we can still get some good runs today, maybe. We'll see. Seems like I can get more range of motion at the bottom of the movement. I don't even know what that means, but don't even explain it. I appreciate you watching. I did a lot. I did like very variable speeds there. I didn't really go as slow as possible. I went as slow as possible for like push-ups like 5 through like 13, and then I kind of sped it up at the end. All right. So what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, let's do this jump a few times. Change my color. Let's get it. Start doing 25. I think like now that I'm starting to do them a lot slower, like 20 feels like plenty. When I was doing them like medium speed before, then yeah, I could get up to like 25, 26, no problem. But if I'm doing them like as slow as I can, 20 is like, I'm like dying after like 15, honestly. Alright. I like that it makes my boobs feel like really strong. I really feel it in my boobs. The push-ups, I mean. What's up, Cambria? What's up, everybody? No, you won't get banned, but links are banned. So what happens is it won't even let you post the message. So if you have a clip you want to share, put it in my Discord in the vids and clips channel. Exclamation point Discord in the chat. I do comb through those every once in a while. What's up, Tim the Nide? Thank you for the good luck. I'm starting to unlock this jump a little bit. Except for that, I got coyote dropped there. Just finished a big move, nice. You got all like the boxes still like in your apartment still, like it's just, nothing's like fully taken out yet, you just like finished the actual moving part. There's two parts to moving. There's like fucking spending an arm and a leg in several days coordinating with movers to actually get everything moved from one place to another. And then there's like actually unpacking it over like the next month or whatever. At least now you can breathe a sigh of relief. You got the first part done. You guys know how Sarah and I went to Myrtle Beach, like, what? We went on like a little vacation, this was like over 2 weeks ago now. Like her bags are still like in the bedroom, like all like shit everywhere and stuff. So yeah, I get it guys, I get it. Sometimes you don't got time for that shit. But you know, I'm no stickler, it doesn't bother me. How's my mental today? I'm feeling pretty good, you know. Did my push-ups, had a nice breakfast. Fucking probably went to the bathroom like 10 different times over the course of last night and today. I ate too many spicy pickled jalapenos, spicy peppers, and paid the price. But damn, those things were delicious. Alright, I should go to a different level here. Let's go to Clifftown. But yeah, I feel good. I may be not like as well rested as if I didn't like shit myself last night, but I feel fine. Yesterday I was doing really good and I'm surprisingly did really well in the mental department. Like I was just going and going with the resets and everything. Like yesterday's stream like totally flew by for me. So hopefully something similar happens this time. My round back thing seems like the Japan flag. What, this? This looks like the Japan flag? Wrong shape. Maybe you're talking about something else. Is that the right? Is he thinking of a different flag? But yeah, welcome Finn. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, YouTube chat already stoned. Love to see it. Nice. Did the Laura. Love that. Oop. Still worked. You're eating toxic waste candy and it's so good. Nice. Yeah, I hear that's like one of the more sour candies out there. Like compared to warheads, like how bad are they? Are they like worse or like the same? Like the OG hard candy warheads. Those are like the sourest candy I've ever had. My mouth just salivates just thinking about it. What's up, Finn? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing alright. Had a pretty... You know, the last 2 days, I gotta be candid with you guys. The last 2 days, I've really not been getting as good of runs as I had been previously. I think I have yet to get a PB pace, like, into the endgame yesterday as well as day before. So I'm hoping that that trend changes today. I've been grinding pretty hard here, so I think it's just a matter of time. I would love to just get a baby PB and then have some beers and do a playthrough of Klonoa today or any one of these days. That would be really fun. That's like the dream. Now we're getting it. Let's do the rest of the level here. I'll practice the actual, like, better version of my jump that I figured out. You're trying to do the 120 clip. Are you doing the one that I do in world record or a different one? Like the safer one? The safer one, yeah, that makes sense. The part after the firework you struggle with. You mean like ascending the whole... Ascending this whole place? It's pretty technical, honestly, like collecting all this shit like correctly. It's not hard, but it is pretty technically demanding. Like it requires some... You can't just YOLO it. You have to like know exactly how the gems are gonna pop out of the pots and mamas and stuff. Otherwise you just lose so much time. Watch the Pete guy randomizer, what a feat. Yeah, that was a really fun playthrough. Your husband came home from work last night with 20 jars of imported German mustard. Man, send me some. That sounds fucking delicious. I love mustard. Put some mustard on that shit. What's up, Cassius? Hope I'm feeling better today. I feel great. I mean, I felt good yesterday. I feel good today, so... Hopefully we can, hopefully this grind flies by today like it did yesterday. Just getting into the resets, getting some good nesters, getting some runs going and all that. Go for, try to shoot for 4 hours or whatever. On a good day, I can grind for like 4 hours. On like a bad day, I can only handle like 3. So, that's how you know whether I'm having a good grind or not, is if I can really just fucking, or if my mental is good, is if I can go that extra distance. You don't know how to grab the gems optimally at this part? How about this shit? Let me try to remember how it goes for 120. Because you go... I'm trying to remember like what the 120... I like literally don't even remember what the 120 strat is here. Yeah, because you have to go... You have to hit the guy and then go around and hit these. That's what it is. Hold on. Let me do the whole section. Yeah, I'll try the 120 strats here. Classic. You do this. I forgot whether you grab these before or after. I literally don't remember. You do this and then... Yeah, I think like grab these, grab those, and grab... I literally don't even remember what... I've completely forgotten like my 120% routing. So, forget it. Forget about it. That's why Laura wanted to do a race with me. Because, you know, she like... I don't remember what her PB is. I think it's like a barely like a sub 130 or like a 127 or something. She was like, alright, well now Deo, now that you suck at 120 now, Like, now let's do a drunken race, you know, like, so it'll actually be close. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. I told her I'm down, like, after I get a PB and do the whole Klonoa playthrough and everything. That'd be like a fun little casual thing. Hop in the voice call with her, have some beers. I'll definitely make it like a beer every homeworld kind of thing. Alright, go back to any percent here. Let's not unlearn our strats. Do I have any tutorials? Of 120%? Yes, and of general movement mechanics and stuff like that. You can see all of those on my YouTube channel on a playlist if you click on my channel. If you want to see like an any percent like walkthrough tutorial, Ash has one of those. Ash RE_L. Your current mood is stoned Illora and Spyro flying through space. I like that. That's a good mood. What's up, Borname? Yeah, I think that today I'm gonna do the ballsy jump here. I like it. Feels good, man. Yesterday I was too scared because I didn't practice it at all. I was like, nah. I would just do this. Which I just fucked up. I would do... whatever, who cares. Do I have a P.O. box? I used to have a P.O. box, but not anymore. If you want to send me something, just DM me on Discord and we'll figure it out. What's up, Andre? Pretty nice. I'm pretty consistent with that. Do the whole rest of the level one more time. Bit sloppy. Do I have a Spyro statuette from first 4 figures? I don't think so. I have like the little statue of Spyro, like the controller holder thing. I don't think that's a first 4 figure thing, though. Let's head over to, I'll do a little Alpine, why not? Finally have a new job after losing your last one. Nice, that's good news. Yeah, the Spyro controller holder statue, I have him holding a couple of Spyro Skylanders figures in his hands. So it's literally a giant Spyro holding like 2 tiny Spyros. It's fucking epic. Spyro got Spyro in the palm of his hands. But yeah, the Spyro merch that I like am most sentimental about are like the is this one crochet of Spyro that I have that Saboom gave me back in 2018. I still have it there on the you know, on the little display in the apartment. Somebody had given him that and he handed it to me before I ever had record or anything like that. That's probably my most, like, sentimental piece of Spyro merch. Oops. I guess let's go. Hey, let's try the days, just for funsies. Let's try the days Vagabond strat here, where you grab the extra blue. What's up, Turtle Studio? Thank you for the good luck. Oh, I love how Spyro matches with the colors of this level. God, it's so hard. You're gonna work at McDonald's maintenance while the schedule manager's... Hold on. The schedule manager is taking his sweet ass time and you're thinking of looking for something else. Yeah, man. Good luck to you. Yeah, isn't that annoying? It's like, you need a job, but like, jobs come like so slowly. It's like, even when they are like, yeah, we'll hire you. It's like, still takes like a fucking month before you're actually working and making any fucking money. It's like, goddamn, dude. It's like, these bills aren't waiting for you. Why are you waiting? Got let go from your IT contract, but it's all good. Getting good unemployment now. That's nice. Love to see that. I haven't collected an unemployment check since like pre-pandemic. I remember I got one once. Like the stimulus check. I got like an unemployment check and I also got a stimulus check like back to back. I felt like such a baller. I was like, dude, it's like $3,000 or something for doing nothing. Yeah, I'm over this strat. I want to get it once though. My goal time right now is just any PB, so that way I can play Klonoa and like do some fun kind of content-y stuff. But my long-term goal for this grind, I am going to come back to this category pretty promptly, and my long-term goal is like a 36-3x. You meant to type 36-3x, and yeah, that's pretty much my long-term goal at the moment. Hopefully by the time I reach that, you know, I'll feel inspired to go for like the 2x, which I think I'm capable of. Composer and I are both like on our best runs capable of 2 or 1x. But that's like if we have like perfect runs, you know. 36-3x I think is a pretty reasonable like goal for me. Dude, I'm so over going for this strat. I'm done with that. Means I will come back to 120%. I don't know where you gathered that from that monologue, but no. Not soon. Like, let me just answer this. I'm gonna answer this one. I'm gonna say this all once today on stream and then just ignore every question that like may pertain to this. And don't take it personally. I just have to say it once every stream. Is I plan on playing any percent for much longer than you maybe will ever plan on watching me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna play any percent and it's gonna take maybe years before I get the time I want in this category. So don't expect me to go back to 120%. Go Spyro 2, Spyro 3, other games. You know, maybe I'll spice up, you know, between the grind, I'll do like the occasional casual run or content thing, but for the most part, you can expect me to play any percent until you stop watching me, basically. Or until I get a time I want. And there's no time limit on that, and that's what it is, so I'm not gonna answer any questions on, hey, are you gonna do this after your grind? Are you gonna do that after your grind? Like, I don't know. Like, all I can tell you is I'm gonna play this. And to piggyback off that thought, you know, I don't even know what, like, my next, like, real casual playthrough things are gonna be after Klonoa. I really have no idea, you know, so... All I can tell you is that I plan on playing any percent until you are done enjoying my content, probably. Probably. And if you stick with me long enough to see it to the end of this, then you're a true homie for that. Because it could take a while. It could take years, actually. And that's like the one statement I'm gonna make on that whole thing today. Because I hate to, like, you know, be like a negative Nancy, you know, and everybody goes, hey, what's next after any percent, you know? And it's like, I gotta, like, feel like, you know, I'm gonna be here for a while, you know? So, I'm just gonna ignore every question that, like, pertains to that. You know what I mean? Because it is kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a depressing thought to say out loud. I wish I could just be like, yeah, after we get this record, then we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do that, blah, 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 blah. But that's not how I function with this stuff. And I don't want you guys to have any false hope of me, like, moving on to anything anytime in the near future. Besides doing this little Klonoa playthrough after a initial PB, and then promptly getting back to any percent, you know? Expect me not to go back to 120% or Vortex or Spyro 2 or anything. And if by some miracle the run gods smile on me and I do eventually get a time I'm happy with, then we can reassess the whole situation then. That's how I'm looking at it, but I'm not gonna make any plans for you guys. Sorry. It's a daunting, like, thing to- it's a daunting undertaking, truly. So that's why I say it in no, like, light terms, you know? Yeah, I mean, if someone gets close to the 120 record, like, that would inspire me as, like, my next thing to go back to after, you know, this or whatever. But again, I think I've said my piece about this, and I'm not, like, trying to entertain hypotheticals here. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm not oh, if this happens, will I do this? Oh, if that happens, if that... I don't know. Like, fucking, I don't know. You know, all I know is that I'm here for the prolonged future. That's all I know. And so, again, I'm just gonna reiterate, I'm done answering any question that's like, hey, are you gonna play this? Are you gonna do that? After you get world record, that after you get a PB, after this, after... I'm gonna ignore all those questions from here forward to the end of the stream. I give this whole spiel, if I need to, once per stream. And then that's it. So don't feel ignored, you know? Like, don't say I didn't warn you if you ask me any question like that. Because it is quite a serious thing to me, you know? If you can't tell. What's up, Marathon? Thank you for the good luck. Sounds good, poorly. Nah, it's not a big deal, Sephi. Like, I'm not tripping. I just don't like reiterating something that's so, like, so serious to me, you know? People don't realize, like, when they ask stuff like that, people don't realize that it's such a serious undertaking that I'm doing here. You know, this really... And I think to most people, like, it's kind of silly that I take this as seriously as I do. That I'm willing to, like, you know, I guess throw away, like, years of my life to it. So it's like, it's no small thing for me to try to answer the question, what's next? It really is quite a serious question to me. But I understand people don't realize that, you know, it's like... Obviously, for most people, it's not that serious. And that's totally okay. But so yeah, that's why I say I answered it once, and now I'm done talking about it. So yeah, it's all good, everybody. I am not tripping. Yeah, the blue-colored Spyro fits so well on this level. Let's head over. I guess let's do some blowhard. Why not? This is my job. Well, from that perspective, I could do whatever I want. I'm not making this decision because it's like a money thing or whatever. I'm making a decision because this is like a life goal type thing. I hope you can see the distinction there. Yeah, it's just, it's like truly I respect the craft. I'm glad you say it tomorrow like that. It's like, I respect the craft here. I respect the grind enough to not, like, plan anything beyond it, you know? And I guess in another way of saying it, it's just kind of in my nature not to, you know, not to bounce from one thing to another so quickly when it comes to speedrunning. Sorry, Vorname, if I'm misconstruing what you're saying. I hope I'm not, like, creating a bad vibe here for you guys. Like, I just want you guys... I mean, I don't know. Like, it's all good. I want to reiterate, like, everything's all good, everybody. I'm really not tripping. Just for the record. It's really hard for me to put into words, like, how seriously, like, I take this grind. Like, in another sense, like, if I don't play... This is another thing that's kind of sad. Like, if I don't stream this game and play it, like, every day or almost every day, my life gradually will, like, become devoid of meaning. I'm not even joking. There'll be, like, an empty part of me. Like, it's so funny. I remember feeling this, like, when I took my 2-3 week break. And it's funny because, like, the sub counts and everything, like, they'll reflect that. Like, it's almost like the sub count on Twitch or whatever, like the little revenue tab or whatever. It's like a reflection of like how much of yourself you put into it, you know? When really, like, that's not literally what it is. It's literally how much you guys are rewarding me for that. But, you know, it's not like, it's not about the money. It's about, like, in my mind, it's like, oh, wow, this is like an actual, like, measure of how dedicated I am. Is how much, like, people are supporting me, you know? And so when I don't play this game for a while, obviously, you know, there's gonna be, like, less subs and less revenue and stuff, which is totally fine. Like, from a monetary perspective, that's fine. But, from, like, a inner fulfillment, like, perspective, and it's not about that, I'm trying to clarify, it's not about the money, it's like a metaphor for how much of myself I'm putting into it. So that's why I like this whole thing, like, okay, what's next? Oh, just thinking about, you know, let's just get this world record and move on. It's not like that for me at all. It's almost, and I, like kind of Sephi would say, it's like almost an insult to me to like think like, all right, so, okay, you know, you've been playing 80% for a while, what's next, Deo? It's like, nothing's next. Like, I don't think you understand what I'm doing. Like, you know, it's like that deep. Like, I've also kind of joked yesterday about how it's like kind of like a spiritual experience as well. You know, like being on good runs is like, literally playing this game and streaming it and speedrunning and talking to you guys and stuff. It brings me like a level of fulfillment that nothing else does in life. And so, you know, part of that is undertaking like on an indefinite grind. You know, that's like part of the fulfillment to me. In a weird kind of backwards sense. I think maybe in some ways it's kind of sad that, like, you know, that this is like my source of feeling like productive or fulfilled. You know, there could be other things that like maybe I could have that with in life that I've pushed aside in favor of this. But you know, it's the life I chose, you know. It's a very, I like to think, not to think too highly of myself, but I like to think of myself as like a monk, you know, that goes on a pilgrimage every day through this game, you know, and whether it's good or bad or my attitude or this and that, it all factors into like how I feel about myself. And each day is just like a different, sort of like, different step. So just to be like, all right, you know what, guys, my 36 is fine, let's just move on. I know in my heart that that's not the case, you know? Like, I've already, like, gone... It's also, like, a sunk cost fallacy thing, because, you know, there's so many years I have speedrunning this category and 120% at this point, that it's, like... It would just feel so unfulfilling for me to be like, you know what? My time is fine. Like, I'm just gonna play Spyro 2 now. It would just feel so bad. I already know that it would just feel so bad for me if I did that. So, yeah. That's like some of the deeper, like heavier kind of feelings behind all that. Again, I'm not trying to get like too serious with you guys or anything. I'm just trying to like, I'm not sure if you guys can understand like how seriously I take this. Like take the indefiniteness of these grinds. Like the truth is I've like spent my entire 20s just doing this, you know? Like all the greatest years of my life, all like the happiest moments in my life, you know? Speedrunning this game was like right there with it. This song is sick. I wish you get to hear this part of the song during runs. And yeah, I really don't regret it at all. To say it out loud, it really does sound kind of sad. To say I spent all my teens and 20s, like, doing this game instead of, like, helping the world or whatever. You know, but... Or getting a real job, what have you. Doing something else. But it's the path I chose. And part of that path, just to reiterate, is that there is an indefinite nature to it. Anyways, at the end of the day, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just kind of explaining my motivation or what have you. People ask me a lot, like, well, how am I so motivated to? It's like I'm not motivated. I'm just on a journey, you know. That I can't get off of this journey now, you know. Like so much of myself is like wrapped into this journey now that it's like I would feel wrong to stop, you know. Anyways, I should probably move on from this topic. I think I've dwelled quite on these thoughts enough. Let's head over to, Metalhead, I think. What's up, Avonius? What's up, Jordy? Dude, hey, you know what, Jordy? GG's on your grind lately as well. The 127, man. I can definitely see you getting 125 one of these days. It always goes from 127 to 125. 127 for me was like this. I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, but since you're like at that point right now, I figure I want to talk about it. Having a 127 was like a major barrier for me. That took me, it was my longest PB drought in this game of 2 years of semi-consistent playing while going to school. And I had a 127 from like 2016 to 2018 roughly. 127.30 was my longest PB drought. So if runs are ever getting tough for you, like remember that you're facing one of the final barriers of this category. And that when you break through, it's gonna be really big. Trust me. There's really nothing separating you from me at this point, besides just time. Time and dead runs and chokes. We're not so different, you and I. So yeah, you got this. Hopefully that instills some inspiration and not fear within you. Let's do the whole level again. By the way, sir, I'm not like I know I've been talking like some serious topics. Thank you everyone in the chat who's like sharing your own, you know, serious talk, discussion stuff. I'm sorry I'm not like reading all of it. My bad. I'm trying to actually kind of get my head out of that zone right now because obviously it's not. I'm trying to warm up for runs here, you know, so it's best that I'm a little bit more clairvoyant than that. So thanks for understanding, but I do appreciate you guys sharing your hearts with me. Kyrie's heart is inside me? Do I think it's physically possible to get 36-0x? Yeah, I'd say it's physically possible. I would not say it's realistic right now for a human to achieve, but we'll get. I'm confident that we'll get there. So long as Composer and I keep going for the next year or two, I think that'll slowly become more and more of a reality. It's just a matter of time. What's up, Stockholm? Doors open. Doors open, Spyro. What's up, Manila? Thank you for the good luck. Is it weird that you like apartment life better than when you had a whole house? Dude, I totally relate to that, actually, because I grew up in, like, a whole, you know, privileged alert here, but I grew up in, like, a whole house. Actually, 2 whole houses that my parents, you know, were, you know, paying off the mortgage for, and man, these houses were beautiful, and I spent, like, maybe 26 years, 27 years, you know, never lived in an apartment, never really paid my own. I guess I'd pay rent to my parents, you know, just some small sum every month as I got into my adult years, but, you know, basically living in mansions, essentially, you know, or if you want to call them communes with, like, the rest of my family, you know, we each had our own, like, little wing of the house, you know. It's not like we had our own room. We each had, like, a wing of the house to ourselves, you know. I don't mean to, like, make it sound that fancy, but that's, like, really what it felt like. We each had our own little apartments within the house, you know? And so, and that's, like, where I first really started getting into, streaming, was, like, you know, I could, like, close, like, 2 doors and know it. I'm, like, in my own world, you know? And, even despite all that, you know, having all that, I still didn't really feel like, you know, I was truly, it still didn't feel like it totally independent. I didn't feel truly free because, even though I was free to do whatever I want, you know, you still have to respect the commune. You have to respect the, you know, the other people in the house. You know, you don't want to be too loud at different times. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to leave a mess for people, stuff like that. Now that I live in an apartment, it's so funny how, like, that script has changed from, like, you have a personal responsibility for everything that happens in this living space, to now that I live in an apartment, it's like, oh shit, like the light fixture broke yesterday because one of our friends knocked it over, like, all silly. Like, oh, just call maintenance, they'll just replace it for free. Oh, our fucking kitchen flooded. Imagine if that happened in, like, your actual family house. That'd be thousands of dollars to fix. But no, maintenance came, took care of it, kind of lifted up the fucking carpet, and dude, it's no money off our back. So when people say, like, oh, renting, you know, it's like, you're throwing money away by renting and not, like, leasing a place or whatever. Or not, like, you know, like, putting down a mortgage or whatever. Like, I could put a down payment down for a mortgage, but, like, I've lived in these family houses my whole life, and I still actually contribute to paying them down as well, you know, in my own small way. So, you know, it's like I've lived that life of, like, of being tied to a piece of real estate as a part of yourself, as a part of your net worth, or what have you. You know, and that'll even be more the case as my parents get older and pass away and pass it down to myself and my sister. So I say all that because just to, like, reiterate, it's so freeing to just be able to walk around a fucking apartment, and then if some light breaks or, like, the fucking cabinet's falling off, I can just call maintenance and it doesn't fucking matter. It's not my problem, you know? It's so freeing. It's so freeing, guys. You don't understand. That is worth $1,600. Well, we'll just say that's worth $2,000 a month between me and Sarah. You know, you include all the fucking extra utilities and internet and everything like that. We'll say it's like $1,800 a month. You know, if you include all the not rent plus all the extra stuff needed to live here. It's like, that's nothing, dude. For that peace of mind. You know what they say? Peace of mind is priceless. And that's something I've never experienced with a living space until I started, like, renting an apartment. So yeah. Obviously, I think for, in terms of, like, financial responsibility, I think you shouldn't want to just, like, rent your whole life. I think you should have some sense of, like, wanting to own property eventually in life. But I already have that figured out for myself, so I'm not, like, you know, with my family's places and stuff, so... Like, those are, there's such, owning property of any sort is the biggest liability on earth. It's just like asking for some pipe to break, something to go wrong with the foundation, some stucco problem, some electrical problem. It's always something every other month that's like, oh, this requires like thousands of dollars to fix, and a subcontractor, you know? And I see it firsthand how much it stresses out my parents to, like, try to maintain 2 houses across America, and how much they need, like, me and my sister to be, like, helpful forces here in this regard. It really does take a commune of people to, like, uphold, like, a property like that. If you're not, like, fucking super dummy rich, you know? So yeah, I get it. All that big spiel to say I get it. about renting just being way easier. No, when you own a house, it's always fucking something. It's always fucking something going wrong. Something needs fixing. Someone, you know, got lazy with this or got lazy with that, and now it's a big fucking. Now we gotta call the plumber or what have you, you know. Always. And that's okay, that's part of, I think that's part of like what makes you feel, I think, in a sense, like to look at that from like a more positive angle, it's like that's part of like why that house is yours, you know? That's part of what makes you feel like closer to the property, you know, is that it's like, you know, I pay for all this, like I keep an eye on it, I know like the ins and outs of that place. Like here at this apartment, I don't know the ins and out of everything, like I don't know how all the fucking plumbing works or anything. But with each issue that crops up with my family's houses, it's like I learned something new about the house or about how to upkeep it, and you just feel like closer to your living space that way, I feel. So on a more positive note, you know, with looking aside the headache of it all, right? So yeah, renting a place, I do that whole rant because renting a place is so much different of an experience than owning a place. And there's just truly just like pros and cons to both of them. I'll tell you what, like at our apartment, if we didn't have as good of a maintenance crew as we do here, like I'm homies with the maintenance guys. I'll like hop in the pool with them and shit. Like those guys are great and they're on the ball, man. Like. Unfortunately, most places that you'll rent have the worst maintenance crews ever. It's people that just don't give a fuck and like won't fix the thing that you've been like, you put in a ticket for like a month plus. But when you find a place that's like on the ball, that's why it's worth paying a little bit extra, honestly. Like Sarah and I could pay like $1,200 a month for like a really shitty townhouse out here in Richmond, but we pay like $15, $16 for a nice 2-bedroom with like a fucking really good management, really nice amenities. It's like, dude, nice. And this isn't just some bullshit in the middle of downtown where it's like a fucking, you know, it's like so disconnected. I hate those apartments where it's like they're overpriced because they're in a nice area. Yeah, you see a lot of these in Richmond. They're overpriced because they're in a nice area that's like got breweries and food and stuff around. But you go in and it's just soulless. There's just like there's like a lady working the front desk and you have to take an elevator to get to like, it looks like a hotel of like units that you're walking down, and it's just like, and you go inside and they're really big, like opulent places. I remember Sarah's friend like showed us hers and it's like, it looks like a beautiful like interior design like and all this, but it's just like so empty, you know? That's what happens like the more luxurious you get with just any property like rental or otherwise, is it just loses like so much character and soul that makes you want to even be there in the first place. So yeah. Did I give up on the old new strat? What are you talking about? Are you talking about in treetops? No, I didn't. You've asked me about this yesterday, Kits. Or are you talking about in Clifftown? Because I'm doing the new thing now. But I'll just say it like this. I'm doing all the new strats, okay? I did not give up on anything. I know I wasn't doing it, you know, at one point, you know, a couple days ago, but now we are, all right? Case closed. Speaking of house responsibilities, today is going to be the day of carpet cleaning. Oh yeah, that's going to be annoying. You want a mansion? Dude, hell yeah. I'm thinking climate change as much as political landscape. What are you guys talking about? We're talking about prices, house prices. Can you get a high five? Kapow! High five. We were in McDonald's yesterday, that was just blank walls, a hole where your food came out and touch kiosks. Yeah, I know. Soulless, man. For like the worst snack wrap ever. With all the ingredients at the bottom, you know? Alright, well, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about this level. Let's head over to, do a little jock. I've been warming up for a minute. To be fair, I've just been ranting a bunch this first hour of stream, but you know what, hey, getting it out of my system now. Getting all the feelings and thoughts out of my system so I can just chill out and play when it's time to do runs. There's always tomorrow until the apocalypse. Do you, I mean, this is an honest query. I want to ask this, like, just, and I'm not even being a jokester here. Do you guys feel like our society and our world, like, is gonna crumble in, like, an apocalypse-esque way? Or in our lifetime? You know, a lot of people fear about, like, you know, authoritarian rule, nuclear war, stuff of this nature. What's the word? Wealth inequality. Like, are we on, do you guys genuinely think, like, we're on the fringe of, like, a total societal breakdown? Where it's, like, riots in the streets and, like, type of shit? Like, 24/7? I guess it's a really tough thing to answer, to be fair. Like, it could take a lot of shapes. Like a sort of societal breakdown or like apocalypse-esque, you know, shift in the world. Like, that could take a lot of shapes, you know? That doesn't necessarily have to be like a nuclear fallout, right? I have my thoughts on this, but I'm gonna, like, wait to say anything. I want to read what you guys think. Yeah, like COD zombies. Like, maybe not quite like COD zombies, but, like, not too far from that either. I mean, shit, you go to LA, that shit looks like COD zombies. Go to downtown LA? Shit, dude. You played Last of Us, you're ready for it? I don't know. I'm not a doom. You know what's funny is Sarah's mom is a doomsday prepper. And I always found that so funny. So, Sarah, when we moved into this apartment together, she had this old box of, like, expired, like, canned food that her mom, like, sent her, where she's like, my mom makes me bring this with me everywhere. I'm like, babe, we're getting rid of this. So funny. I mean, it's funny now, right? Until there is an actual apocalypse, right? Yeah, I'm playing on a PS2 right now using a burnt disc. You can type !! practice codes in the chat for more info. Royal, thank you for the super chat. He says, most people in Cali care about benefiting themselves even if they put others down. I mean, you're saying that like that's a California exclusive trait of humans. I think that's like just a commonality across people. Is that people look out for themselves first, even if that means hurting others. You know, we don't like to admit it, but I think that's part of human nature, actually. And you think that's one of the most dangerous things in society? Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong about that. Also, I don't think I shouted this out, but thank you, Alien Aisha, for the resub earlier, the 5 months. And Master Kuko with the sub at 21 months, or 21 minutes ago for 21 months. Says, I'll continue here enjoying Spyro while I train my English in whatever category I play. Good luck today. Thank you, Master Kuko. Thank you guys, everybody. You achieved 0.1% in World of Warcraft, which is basically speedrunning dungeons. Yeah, that's what Craig does. I don't know if you know Link at Craig in my chat, but yeah. He was in the, so you might recognize the speedrunner guild, Bricked. He was like a, I think like a priest in that guild or something. Of course, now, he told me that the speedrunning season is like over now or whatever. But it was some pretty intense shit. Pretty high level guild, you know, rating and stuff. Like you said, kind of like top 0.1% player type activities. Which is really saying something for WoW. Neopians? What's a Neopian? Is that like a Neopet user? What's up, April? I do like Neopets. What's up, whoop? What's up, Nenka? How you doing? What's up, A-Wizzy? First time in the stream, dude. Big fan of the videos. Thank you. That was very sweet of you. Enjoy the grind. We're gonna get into runs here soon. Let's just do a few rat proxies and then call it a day, I think. For practice, I mean. A-Wizzy, yeah, I mean... Would you like to phonetically spell it for me? I'll try to pronounce it the right way. I can't guarantee that I'll succeed. Awazi. How is that? I feel like I'm not getting it. I think it's gonna be A-Wizzy in this stream. I'm sorry. I tried. Oh, like Aussie. Aussie? Aussie sounds like that could be right. Damn, that was a crazy proxy. Fuck ass rat, dude, so true. I thought you said your favorite Neopet is a Wraith Acura, like a car. I'm like, damn, they have that Neopet? They got the fucking Honda, the fucking Acura. Let's fucking go. Yo, Aussie, right? Awazzy? A-Wizzy, thank you for the tier 1, appreciate it. Legend. Thanks for dealing with my horrible pronunciation. You didn't catch that because are you free from the ads now? I just said thank you. Thank you, A-Wizzy, and sorry for butchering your name. Dave Pokemon. My favorite Neopets is a fucking Wraith Acura. The fucking turbo, with the V6 turbo. Oh shit, I could've had that. There we go. There's only one use for this proxy, and that's this rat. That's actually where you're wrong. You can actually double... A task strategy is you can double rat to get in between this little... You can see how there's like kind of a crack here, like... with the Nasty's loot head. You can like use a double rat to like clip into the loot head. But even that is considered outdated now because you can actually enter loot from underneath by getting into this head and then going under the stage. Which I'll try to do right now for fun since I haven't done that in a while. So, and there's like a lot of different things you could do with the rats, like that aren't just proxying off this wall. You know, you can like get a proxy off of these fucking off of these chests, off of those chests, probably some other stuff I'm forgetting. So yeah, this isn't like the only thing you can do with the rats or anything. Yeah, runs have not started yet. I am just practicing. I'm gonna try to do early loot here since I mentioned it. Come on, man, get up there. You cooked fresh wings and you deep fried them? Nice, how'd they come out? Were they good? Man, what if you could just like fucking do like rat where you get the proxy like before, like off of nothing basically? That you could just like aim this way and like center on the rat and get one of those to get into Nasty. Unfortunately, they don't go high enough is the thing. Life would be so much easier if you could just go for that. To just do that shit. Oh no, we have to get some extra assistance from the environment. What's up, Steven? Come on, just get the fuck up. I'm over this. I'm just gonna... And also the head is open, so... Let me just do one or two good rats here, and I'm just gonna do runs. Fuck doing early loot for no reason. I've already spent too much time. Oh man, that would have killed me. I would have cried if that happened on like a PB pace. No, you can't proxy off any, because in Spyro 2 and 3, this is what you would do. You would charge into them and then do what's called a frame glide, where you press X for one frame while holding square. But the problem with the reason you can't do that in this game is because you can't proxy while in the charging animation. But in Spyro 2 and 3, you can proxy while in the charging animation. In this game, you have to be in the flopping animation to proxy. 99% of the time. There are, you know, there are niche exceptions to that. If you get really pedantic about it, but for the sake of discussion here, you need to be charging, or you need to flop basically. So you can't be charging like you can in those games. Okay, let's do a run. You can get boosts and stuff, like boosted proxies, I guess you can call them. Like little mini proxies while charging, but nothing that like actually launches you up into the air, like meaningfully. Like if you, for example, if you charge back inbounds from out of bounds, you might get a little boost from the wall, but that only translates horizontal speed, not vertical. And it's like a small boost anyways, like in a best case scenario. Okay, let's refresh the capture card. 1 sec. Here we go. What's up, Karami? Thank you for the 12 months. Congratulations on the 1 year and the golden badge in the chat. You just arrived. Good luck on the runs. Thank you so much, Karami. Thanks again for the 1 year of support. I love you so much for that. Let's kick today's runs off with a bang, shall we? Yeah, the anniversary. Little gulpy anniversary.
Okay, rolling. Oh, it's been peaceful.
Can you unteach a parrot? I'm pretty sure the way you unteach, and I've never owned a parrot, so correct me, bird owners, if this is wrong, but I'm pretty sure the way you unteach a parrot, like certain phrases, is to just teach them new ones, so that they just say the new thing instead. I'm pretty sure that's what you would do.
Okay, rolling. Oh.
Thanks for the good looks, everybody. What's my mental age? I'm not sure. When I was younger, I fancied myself, you know, more mature than my age. I'm not sure if any of you guys were like that as well. You know, looking back on it, that's actually kind of dangerous for a young person to think of themselves like that, because they could, you know, very easily be hanging out with older people and get preyed upon in such a way.
Okay, rolling.
But, you know, I felt that way as, you know, as early as like age, like 7 or 8. I didn't really like I would rather make friends with like kids that were slightly older than me than like my age or younger. So if I were to get asked that question as a young lad, I'd probably be like, yeah, my mental age is like whatever, more years than my current age. But now that I'm like 30, I think my mental age like aligns with, you know, just how I naturally am. I obviously don't feel that way anymore. I don't like need to hang out with older people. Like, I'm not sure if that's like what you were asking, like how mature I feel I am compared to my years. You might have been asking something different, like how aged my brain is, like how worn away it is, perhaps. That's like another way of defining age, right? What's up, Andre? Thank you for the good luck, Sarah. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you know, Saboom taught me. Okay, I gotta like look at this after this. If this run dies, someone remind me to come back to Stonehill. Okay? Don't forget. Saboom came up with a strat. He told me about over text last night. I totally forgot about this. He says instead of doing the roll for the gem there before the vortex, is to press down and then charge, and Spyro will naturally turn because of camera shenanigans. That's faster than rolling. So yeah, Stonehill fuck after this run. Saboom is active? No, I was just texting him last night. I don't think he's actively playing right now. He might be, I don't know. But my guess is not. What's up, Navi? Thank you for the good luck. Also, I gotta stop doing the, gotta stop grabbing those gems in the home world and just grab the 2 reds here like Composer does. It's just faster. Gotta be fast, man. Go fast. Wow, nice whiff. That 1 missed flame cost me 2 flames. Pretty fun. What's up, 2 Dank? Thanks for the good luck. Yeah, when it comes to like age and like, you know, mental age or whatever, I think I'm blessed to be like surrounded by people who are generally pretty mature throughout my life. Like I've never, I wouldn't say that I've ever really hung out with like the wrong crowd, so to speak, like people who act immaturely, you know, or whatever, get into trouble. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've had my share of debauchery, you know, throughout my days, but for the most part, like, I'm not like going out every night to like fucking do some dumb shit or whatever. Or if I want to like be a bit of a degen, you know, there's always people around me that are, you know, like my girlfriend, my family, my friends are always gonna be quick to be like, all right, don't be too stupid, you know, like. So I've been lucky to be surrounded by like pretty mature forces throughout my life. What's up, Elizabeth? Thank you for the good luck. What's up, Too Dank? Hey, nothing wrong with talking to strangers on the internet if they're as beautiful as you guys. If they're as kind and supportive as y'all. As sexy as Sephi. What's good, big dog? I'm doing good, Ghosty. Hope you are as well. And thank you. Am I in a better headspace? Yeah, I mean, you know, I started yesterday's stream in a pretty bad headspace, but I'm actually really proud. Yesterday, I really pulled myself out of it and had like a very chill, like talkative stream yesterday, which I was not expecting for how I started it. So yeah, like I was in a, I think I ended yesterday's stream in a good headspace, and today, I'm in a good headspace. So yeah, I think I'm good. It was really like night before last that I was like fighting some demons about like insecurity and imposter syndrome and stuff. And that's just gonna happen anytime Composer does something good in this game. I've just like come to accept. Like that's a hill I have to cross every time. Ugh. But you know, I'm here for it. I really am. Yeah, and last night was its own challenge because I was having fucking crazy diarrhea because of eating too many spicy pickled hot peppers, like the little tiny ones that you'll get at like fast food places. I bought a jar of those, and bro, those things were they're so good, but they destroyed my insides. What's up, Ghost? Thank you for the 300 bits. Not bad. Yeah, no, that shit was burning, like literally, like, yeah, fire. Bridge bonk. No, it's not intentional. No, damn it, dude. I practiced that too. Play it safe. Maybe like 3 seconds lost for that. It's okay. Just recover it. It's all good. I was hitting that like every try in practice too. That's annoying. I had to itch my face there. I'm gonna grab this blue. Pretty sloppy Cliff Town. There's no need to like cast judgments, positive or negative, on Composer here. I would rather you guys not like type stuff like, oh, Composer is this, Composer is that. It's really not necessary. I think it's a little out of pocket to be like talking about other players like that when they're not here, you know? Like, let me say this. Like, you don't know us. Like, you don't know either of us.
Hey, nice cut.
Wiggy B, thank you for the 420. Really appreciate that. I'll read that in a second. But yeah, just out of respect to the to composers. I know you guys are trying to be like kind, you know, in your assessment of us, but I would rather you don't assess us like that. You know what I mean? Thanks for respecting that. I know I can't stop you guys from saying what you're gonna say though, so it's all good. I'm not tripping. Just wanted to hear Hunter compliment. Hold on, I'll read that after this level. 1 sec. They say, just wanted to hear Hunter compliment your cock. Well, you got that. Also working late into the night. My streams keep you sane. Good luck. Thank you, Wiggy. Have a good shift. Try to stay as sane as possible. The last world record was achieved, what, like 2 months ago? It was like a month or 2 ago. It was before ESA, so it was over a month, maybe like 2 months. You can check like the the date stamp on the on Composer's YouTube video. Or no, maybe it was more recently because they did improve it by a second. So I don't know. I might be off with that assessment. What's up, Laura? Fuck ADHD. I didn't know you had ADHD. I'm sure you've probably told me, but sorry to hear that it's getting in the way of your life right now, if that's what's happening. I hope you can find some solace. What's up, Celsius? Thank you for the good luck. Had to quit caffeine because of acid reflux. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Whenever I get acid reflux from drinking too much black coffee, it's the worst. I fucking hate that. Acid reflux and heartburn are like 2 of the worst things ever. And it sucks because they're caused by like the best food ever. I'm lucky I don't deal with it too much, but I'm sure as I get older it'll be more of a problem. Get with the times and hit that Addy. You actually are trying to get an Adderall or some equivalent prescription. Good luck to you with that. I'm not even looking at the splits. I'm guessing I'm like 5 or 6 seconds behind right now. You know, obviously not the best run ever, but keep it moving for now. 3, not that bad. Really? Grab the other green guy. I don't know. Ooh, another blue mist. That's painful. What's up, Juan Proper? Greetings from Peru. Welcome, welcome. This stream is ass today, but in like a good kind of way. Hello. Frustrating level. This is why I've been warming up this level lately, because it's like, dude, please just don't fuck me. Probably losing a little more time. Yeah. We're not out of it yet. Chef Rich here? Yeah, welcome, Chef Rich. Porox. I'm just gonna call you, Porox. That's cool. But welcome. Ooh, I turned left too early. This could have bad implications on the cycle. Yeah, bad cycle. Or is it? No, no, it's a fine cycle. Just kidding. I'm good. Probably your favorite game. Been hearing a lot about me around the tube lately. Oh yeah? Who's been talking about me? That's what I'm wondering. Hey, welcome to the stream, Mighty. Enjoy. Hopefully it wasn't Moneybags talking about me. I have some debts that need to be repaid. Oh. Alright, at least this level went well. Bring it back a bit. Yeah, right, Laura? I had to, because Abra's like the resident, like, oh, blank thing is possible guy, or like, Abra's always the first, but I'll talk so much shit on Abra right now. I know I just said don't talk shit on someone when they're not here, but I will talk so much shit on Abra right now. Abra is always the first person to be critical of like your PB when you post it on the fucking Discord. Like, wow, great run, but too bad about that one level. He'll always be the first person. That's why I had to get him on that one. He was like, Laura said 30 something, like some time would never happen, and then Abra's like, don't be so sure. And then I like fucking linked a message of him saying that, like in 2021, that like this run would never get better than like a 37 or something. So yeah, get owned. Feel like a real Redditor owning him with that. I'm not going for that. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, definitely losing some gems here, but it's alright. It's not critical yet. Is Tuval still alive? Sometimes Tuval pops into the Discord to share a strat or two, but he's not active besides that. He doesn't do runs, if that's what you're asking. Alright. Only losing a second there to PB is not bad. Was that 367 there? That's not great. What are we at? 88? Oh, a bit under-gemmed here. Could be worse. Could be better. Yeah, you really can't say, like, blank time will never happen in speedrunning. That's like a recipe to get dunked on. Especially since Discord, like, saves all your messages for, like, years and shit. Pretty silly thing to do. The best way to do that, if you do want to say, like, I think this is the human limit, you have to always end that statement with, for now. For now, I think this is probably the limit. That could change in the future. Like, you have to give the disclaimer. I always do. But once you start saying stuff like, I don't see it going past this time, unless something new is found, you'll hear that a lot. That you'll regret saying that. Wow, that worked. That's insane. I thought for sure I was gonna bonk that. Rip Michael's nuts. And by rip, I mean rest in peace, not the other definition. Oh my god damn it. Rip time. Yeah, too hasty with that flame always. Gotta be patient. Welcome, Caroline. Yeah, we're on a pretty good run right now. This is no world record pace or anything, but this is definitely PBable. We got a lot of time save in Beastmakers here, so let's see what happens. We're on like an okay gem. We're not like on a great gem. I'll go so far as to say we're a bit under gemmed right now. What's up, Squid? Thank you for the good luck. Welcome, welcome. Yo, potatoes. Grab this guy. Is this the hardest one? This is definitely one of the harder worlds of the run, for sure, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? I'm an idiot, dude. What the hell? Nice way to lose a second. Ugh, ripped green. Not the finest homeworld there. What's up, Paulie? Welcome, welcome. 7-9. All right. I think I'm just gonna YOLO it in Bog. I think that's the play, but try to be comprehensive with my YOLO, if that makes sense. A comprehensive YOLO. Is that an oxymoron? Big words today. Really? I think I can still get that guy's blue. Really like waited there to make sure. Funny. Just remind me to practice Stonehill after this run, that's all. Really? How did that flame miss? A little slow there, but whatever. That hurts. That could be run dead. We'll see. Need this. Huge time loss. That's like insane time loss right there. Probably like 10 seconds or something. I charged too early out of the air there. You're supposed to land on the further back side of that polygon. I landed on the front. Okay. Might still be alive, I don't know. If I'm less than 10 seconds behind here, then this run lives. Oh, rip green. Yeah, this run lives. I mean, it's a shame, really, that I threw that, but whatever. We continue. Dude. Dude, it's over. God damn it, dude. Why do I suck so bad? That is crazy. Alright, well, let's go to Stonehill, I guess. I'm gonna actually turn on the practice codes here. I need the fucking chest there to respawn. Oops. Yeah, that was a really... That was quite a wet fart of an ending to that run. I'm sorry, guys. I really should have clutched that better. A little disappointed in that. Sorry. So yeah, so there's a strat where I have to you'll see. I'm not gonna explain it. But there's a strat here I need to figure out. A strat that Saboom told me about. Saboom actually said, and I quote, that the top any percent rare players are really fucking missing out on some free time save here. So yeah. Can I get some music? Change my... Oop. I think he's gonna hit me, guys. Music. I gotta do this. Turn that on. Turn this 2. I'll go Cinder today. Alright. Is the music gonna start? Oh, here, I'll respawn in a sec. Let me do this. Alright, so normally we do this. We roll and grab that. But Saboom says you can just oh wait, hold on. I'm supposed to flame the box first. Let me do that. Saboom says you can just hold down and like press down for a moment and then Spyro will naturally turn. This is probably a known thing that I just didn't realize. But yeah, you can do that and Spyro naturally turns because of the way the camera works. So let's head over here. Make the save state right here. So that way I can flame the box. Yep, that's how you do it, and then flame charge the other box. That's the strat. Definitely faster than rolling. Oh wait, I'm supposed to break the box. Hello. Now I just gotta get good at, breaking that second chest. Do I have a main on Smash Ultimate? No, I only play Melee, and when I say I play Melee, I mean, like, when I'm drunk, once every few months, I'll play Melee. In that game, I play Fox. Saves half a second? Yeah, probably. Dude, it's hard to, like, get this fucking flame charge out, though. New community gold? Well, that's... no. I'm just gonna say no to that without explaining it. Forgot to blow it up. Blow it up! Dude, can I just have it? Like, what the fuck? Maybe if I press down on the D-pad, that'll... Can I just get the both the gems? Oh, man. This is frustrating. This is why I need to practice this, like, with the save states. Thank you. Oh my god. Fuck. How many attempts did that take? Jesus Christ. I turned too hard there. I'm mostly a retro gamer. I don't care for modern stuff. Yeah, I guess so. I don't like wear that as like a badge of pride or anything. Like whatever games you play, like, is fine with me. I don't really care. But yeah, I tend to prefer older games. The way I see it is there's so many good old games out there that, like, I don't see any need to, like, go spend $60 and wait for, like, some shit to install on an overpriced, you know, fucking internet forced connection console. Like, modern gaming is just too inconvenient. Unless I can just easily get something on PC and then never play it. Like, that's the other thing. You just, okay, I just got, like, the Oblivion remaster. It's like, fucking barely played that shit. So, I'll admit that I'm just, like, stupid. There's games like Stardew Valley. I'm not big on Stardew Valley. Sarah tried to get me into it. You know, there's good modern games out there. I'm not trying to sit here and talk shit on modern games. I'm just saying there's, like, a lot to still be enjoyed and discovered about these older games. I think that's why I'm more into them. They're just simpler and better for me, personally. It's not really meant to be like a diss or anything. It's not meant to be like an argument against modern gaming or whatever. Though a lot of modern games do suck, for one reason or another. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. That's how you do it. we're getting it. Okay, that gem went like to the left there, so let's see if this still works. Yeah, it did. Well, I turned down too hard there. You gonna go for your own world record on Road Rash? Dude, hell yeah. Fucking love Road Rash. Dude, that's the worst, is when that happens. When you take too tight of a line like that. Come on, just give it to me, dude. Just give me the fucking gem. So annoying. What's up, Blue Nose Geo? Welcome, welcome. So I have to like pay like hyper close attention to like where the gem is dropping if I'm gonna go for this strat, because it just feels like you're a lot more dependent on the gem RNG with this strat. It works. I mean, the strat works, and I would like to do it, but if the gem goes anywhere to the left at all, like, I'm fucked. And it's just hard to gauge like how bad the gem RNG is going to be just from those like first couple frames of it exploding. Like you get a sense of it, but you don't get like the whole picture. Anyways, I think I get the strat now. I understand what I'm doing. I should probably get into another run here soon. Hate that. Held down too hard there. Dude, can we stop doing that? Dude, can it just go right? You know, can it just all three parts of this go right? The fucking first gem, the flame charge, and the jump. That's all I need. Like, this is definitely like way less consistent for me than just rolling. Feels great to hit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's nice to get that, like, half second, maybe even, like, full second of time save, but super frustrating when it doesn't. Good. Alright, I'm gonna do some more runs now, I think. Also, I'm gonna go pee real quick while the game loads up. Turn on the capture card. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1, go. What are you guys talking about? Trying to find some emulators for Jack 1 through 3.
Okay, rolling.
You know, they actually have a PC port of Jack 1 and 2. I'm not sure of Jack 3, but look up Open Goal. Open G-O-A-L. That would be the best way to play Jack on a PC. Yeah, someone already told you. What's up, Shark Jaws? Thank you for the good luck.
Now I understand he's found a magic
What's up,
spell
Iron
to turn
Mage?
gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty North.
Alright, let's roll. PS1 emulators have come a long way, but I would not go so far as to call them good. Like, they don't quite equate to, like, playing on a console, in my mind. The input delay is still noticeable. Again, it's better than it used to be, but it's not like... I wouldn't go so far as to say they're good. That's a very strong wordage. If you don't have an alternative, then yeah, they're great, but, you know... If you can afford to play on for something like speedrunning, you know, it's like, if you can afford to play on console, then it's still a better option in my opinion. Like, I'll only call emulators good when they are, like, equal, like, perfectly equal in input delay and everything with consoles.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Like, perfect accuracy and everything. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Obviously, my standards are higher than most, though, so yeah, you know, that aside, you know, just for the casual player, yeah, emulators are great. What's up, Emo? Thanks for the good luck.
Okay, rolling. Oh, it's been peaceful.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to
Yeah, I mean, emulators aren't the only way to get free games, though, Michael.
I'm going after him.
Like, I can just burn any PS1 game to a disc and play it on my PS2, you know? So that's not like an emulator exclusive benefit. Yeah, I like to use emulators for like artistic stuff. Like for you guys, like you guys were talking about like the upscaling and stuff. Like using an emulator to use like free camera in this game, that's something you can't do on console. So I'll use that to like take my thumbnail photos or B-roll for videos, stuff like that. I mean, I'm glad emulators exist. I'm not trying to like shit on every aspect of emulators. Say there's no use for them or anything, but they're not a replacement for original hardware yet, in my mind. If we're being picky, you know. Let's see if I get the strat. What the fuck? Okay, good recovery. I just blew the time save I got from that. Oh, and I'm missing these guys. Wow, epic. Ass. What I'm hoping is to like hit that strat there and then go for like composer strats in the homeworld if I don't miss any gems. Since I missed some big gems here, I'm gonna just grab these ones here in the homeworld that I normally grab. As like a way of making up for it. But like if I have a good Stonehill, I think the strat is to not grab these gems, basically. Give myself that extra lead. But if I have a bad one, which, you know, happens, gem-wise, just grab them. Also, I'm going to try going for the extra reds here at the start of Town Square, since they're, like, worth. And especially now that I'm starting to kind of get more ballsy with my gemming in the early game. Ugh. Most obscure retro game that I actually like enjoy and play would be Snafu on Intellivision. It's like multiplayer Snake. That's my favorite obscure retro game. And if we're talking about obscure PS1 games, like my favorite obscure PS1 game is, and I've never owned a copy of this, I'd like to burn a copy of this actually, is LSD Dream Emulator. Which I don't know if that's such an obscure game anymore, but you know, at a time that was a pretty obscure game. It'd be fun to do like a playthrough of that on stream one of these days. Mystic Heroes, it's a Dynasty Warrior clone. For what console? I should try that. It's PS2. I should try that. Yeah, you played that game, Megan? It's a cool one. I used to watch like different playthroughs and like read the wiki about it and stuff. Learn about all the different like Easter egg events and stuff that can happen. It's one of those games that's just fun to learn about all the different things that can happen. How rare certain encounters are and whatnot. Thank you for the good luck, Hunter Persian. Yeah, so far I've gotten one like PBable run up to Bog before things went astray. So here's hoping for one past that. Oh, welcome back, Iron Magni. It's a pleasure to have you. Hope you've been well. Oh my god. Almost a really good cliff time. Still saving some time. Oh, that's crazy that I made that. You accidentally almost joined a cult this weekend. Oh my god. Are you at liberty to share the story with us? Because I am curious about that. I love hearing about cults and stuff. And how people escape from them and whatnot. Do I eat much Mexican cuisine and do I have a favorite dish? Yeah, I do like Mexican food. Favorite dish? I mean, usually when I go to a Mexican restaurant, like a sit-downy Mexican place, you know, I'll do the typical, like, you know, white couple thing with Sarah and, like, get a big thing of fajitas to share and get a big old margarita for me and her, you know. But, when I'm at a Mexican place by myself, actually this is what I do, is if I ever go to a Mexican place by myself, I'll actually eat before going. And this is gonna sound really weird, but I'll eat before going there. And I'll just get like a margarita and a beer and have chips with, at any Mexican place you can ask for an extra spicy version of their house salsa. You know, so like at the place near my house, I can get like chips, habanero salsa, normal salsa, a draft beer, and a $5 margarita, all for like 20 bucks after tax and tip. And that's like with a really generous tip as well. So that's like my go-to spot if I want to go out and like drink, you know. So that's what I'll usually do at the Mexican spot if I'm there by myself. But yeah, if I'm ordering food for myself, I'll usually they'll have like an enchilada deal, you know, at a I'm thinking like sit-down Mexican places. If you're talking about like taquerias and shit, I'll just get whatever the fucking greasiest, slimiest, delicious burrito they have is, basically. If it's like just some quick to-go thing. Or better yet, if it's a place that only has tacos, I'll just get like a bunch of tacos. So like al pastor. If it's like a really Mexican place, I'll get like lengua, cabeza tacos, you know, all that. Douse it in fucking, in like tomatillo salsa. Squirt a bunch of lime onto that shit. That's if we're at like a serious like Mexican taqueria. Here, I'll read the cult story here in a sec. I wish I could keep up with this. I see they came up to you while you were crying in your car and they asked for a prayer. Then they told you they were missionaries and they gave you books to be a missionary. You went to one of their groups and it was weird. They were doing war cries and "Oh Lord Jesus" after everything. After you found out they were a cult. Because their leader was a prophet, they thought. Yep, yep. And they wanted you to live with them, yep. Oh my god, please live. Please live. So slow. Man, why can't I get that jump today? Oh, man. Keep it moving. Well, that sucks, Autumn. That sucks that they tried to take advantage of you in your vulnerable state. But I'm really proud of you for not falling for their trap. What? I almost quit game there. Just random autopilot. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was, damn, +5. Ouch. Not good. Not a good early game. What's up, known son Jamie? No-nos. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, pretty bad run so far, but if I have a good Magic Crafters, it still has a chance. I'll give it a chance here in Magic Crafters, but if things get ugly here, it's looking like a reset. What's up, Shabby Ken? Thank you for the good luck. You tied your PB today, dude. Congrats. GG's in the chat for Jamie. Huge 120 runs. What's up, Prophet? Thank you for the lurk. Am I a religious man? I experience like spirituality through speedrunning this game, and I'm not going to explain that any further. I actually went on a long rant about that yesterday. You can check out yesterday's stream if you want to hear me talk more about that. I'm just trying not to choke this run right now. But if you're curious about like what that means, feel free to ask any questions you may have. Yeah, unironically, my religion is speedrunning Spyro. Oh, I missed the blue there. Favorite game after Spyro? I don't know. Morrowind is a good game. RuneScape I would really like. Saving a little time there. Whoa, whoa! I'm resetting. I'm sorry. I'm done with that run. That run was pissing me off. Do you guys want me to talk more about how about like spiritual experiences through speedrunning? Do you guys actually want to hear that spiel all over again? Like, honest question. Because now I have time to say it. I just don't really care to just repeat myself unless you guys are really interested. Yeah? Alright, one sec. Okay, well. So yeah, so like when I speedrun this game, and specifically like when I'm on a good pace, it feels like you can see God, or in other words, like you can see like all the universal force that has made you, that has brought you to where you are today. Like it's basically like getting in touch with like a power that's greater than yourself to get on like a good run. And when I say a good run, I mean like PB pace, world record pace, whatever. It really is like a spiritually it's a spiritual experience for me, because it's like it's something that only happens when you're able to set aside all of your ego and all of your like emotional, you know, your expectations. Like you get your best runs when you have a clairvoyant mind, and I think the same thing is true about one's experience with religion and God. So that's just part of like how I like spiritually like express myself through this game. What's up, Michi? Or Michi and Composer? Welcome, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Now, in another sense of like how this game could be like a religious experience for me is that like I very much look at my grind as a daily pilgrimage. Not necessarily to always have the best run possible, but to be the best version of myself possible, which I think is one goal of studying religion and ascribing to it, is to better yourself. And I think that is one aspect of my daily, you know, pilgrimage to this game and to my live stream. So it is very much like a spiritually cleansing experience for me. Ugh, almost. Yeah, I think my outlook, I'm glad you said that, 17. I think my outlook about spirituality and speedrunning can really apply to any hobby or anything that you do to better yourself. Like, I think that's like the true benefit of having a hobby, is to like look at yourself in a mirror on like a daily basis through this action, that you do this repeated action, and have it like you know, and just to have it like show you who you really are, and to not like have your emotions and expectations and everything clutter that, you know, that you know that you can do this thing best when you're not drunk or high or sad or too happy, or you know, or anything. You're just one with the whole shit. And to me, that's like that's what spirituality is all about, in my mind. Like, yeah, no, I'm not ascribing to a god or a deity here, but like, it is very much a spiritual experience. I don't say that like as a joke at all. but if you want to bring deities into this, you could say that I do pray to like the run gods every day for a good run. And at times I do leave my gameplay in the hands of the RNG gods or the run gods. So even if you want to go there about it, like there's that similarity as well. So all in all, I think, you know, any hobby that you're, not just speedrunning, but any hobby that you do on a daily basis that you genuinely enjoy and get something out of, like just for yourself, that you find intrinsic value through, can be a spiritual experience. Stronger than any religious, you know, sermon. Just my thought. How do I find the motivation to push through frustration into a new run? I mean, motivation isn't really like the right word to describe it. It's, I think dedication is like a better word. Like a lot of times, you know, when I'm pissed, like I don't want to do another run, you know, but to me, there's no option. It's like, if I don't do another run, I know I'll be more sad later. Yeah, discipline is a better word. I'm disciplined enough to know that even if I'm having a bad time now, that I'll be feeling worse overall if I give up at that point. So there's no motivation there. It's just, I guess, the motivation to not be disappointed in yourself, perhaps. What's up, Ricky? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, no, I mean, speedrunning is like, it can be a really dark experience, you know? It's not to say that I'm like having fun all the time or anything. Something really funny, you know, like when I was thinking about learning Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and please don't ask me about it because I'm not learning it right now, but when I was thinking about learning it, I would tell other GTA runners like in their chat, and they're like, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that you're interested in learning this game. Because they know how dark of an experience, like it's funny, you know, it's like a funny kind of like tongue-in-cheek. You know, and you'll hear that a lot when you tell, like, you know, especially if it's like a more of a meme game, it's like, you tell someone, oh, like another player, like, oh, I'm learning this, and they're like, wow, like, man, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry you have to go through this, you know, or something. Because they, like, it's a joke, but it's also like, it touches on how dark the hobby can be at times. Especially when you're playing like a really brutal or unforgiving game, you know, with the RNG and whatnot. So I always found that reaction just so funny and relatable. It's like, hey, I'm interested in learning this game. You know, you say it to an experienced player. It's like, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Good luck. It's like, it's funny. It's like a dark humor sort of thing, I suppose. Oh, come on! Just give it to me, dude. Jesus. Yeah, I got that bug on Mad Dog when I was a kid, Roni. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why I never beat the game until I was like a teenager. That's very sweet to hear, 17.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Yeah, like the riot cheat causes that. What's up, Pops? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the good luck. Kits, you gotta up your question game. Your questions are whack, dude. You got this. I believe in you. Is there anyone in the community that's known for constantly speedrunning the entire trilogy? Yeah, actually Derek recently has been known, not just for speedrunning the entire trilogy, but for Sprash Fecta. Which GTA? San Andreas. What are my thoughts? Yeah, see, I'm done answering questions now. Let's try to get a good run here. Thanks for the good luck, Kits. Dude. So, we'll get it one of these days. I'm gonna go composer strats here since I got pretty much all the gems. Deluxe McCrispy. Sounds good, man. Enjoy. I don't think that collected. Yeah, it did. What music do I listen to? I really have not been listening to any music lately. But when I do listen to music, it's usually various video game soundtracks on YouTube. You got literally everything and nothing was happening, then the sorcerer's battle started and you jumped to the home. Oh yeah, the piracy version of Spyro 3. up, Captain's Pixie? Great to see you. Thanks for the good luck. Wow, rip 10. If only I would remember to flame charge him, that wouldn't have been a problem. Have I finished a run today? No, my furthest run got to Misty Bog today. How's RuneScape? I haven't been playing it lately. Oop. Just holding left there like a dummy. Just thought I was coming out of a cliff town. What's up, PXO? Missed the jump charge there. Good luck, thank you. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the good luck, Saxor. Good to see you. Good gems there. Really. Thief fuck in Wizard Peak, don't let me forget. Is the general goal trying to PB instead of world record? Both of those things are my goal currently. But since I did sub-goal a Klonoa playthrough, I'm just waiting until I get even just a 1 second PB before I do that. I would be happy with a PB, and I would like to eventually get to where record is currently. Now, by the time I get there, world record may be better, so I don't know if world record is forever going to be my goal, but right now it currently is a long-term goal. What's up, Ray Topo? Thanks for the good luck. Good vibes, yeah, that's what I like to see, man. What's up, Sarion? I'll just go for those reds. I'm being silly, kind of, not to. The most efficient gem recovery spots in the run are all across beast makers. There's some in bog. There's a tiny bit in treetops, but most of them are in metalhead. Most of the best ones are in metalhead. You can also potentially recover some gems after metalhead too. So yeah, all of the best recovery spots are in that general section of the run. What's up, Botched? Thanks for the good luck. Nice miss. Ah, yes, Thief Fuck. Thank you for that. Do remind me when I get to Wizard Peak. I had already forgotten about it. What's up, Ruku? Oop. An unnecessary roll there. Thank you for the good luck, Singularity. Sorry, the PB command is out of date. My actual PB in this category is 3758, or pardon me, 3657, which you can see at the bottom of the PB column. World record is 3637, 3638, I think, or 37, I don't remember. Dude, I need to focus. It's something like that. Ghost with the 5 gifts. Thank you so much for hyping up this run with those gifts, man. I love you, Ghost. Nice pace, thank you. See if we can hold on to it. Thief in Wizard Peak. In Wizard Peak type thief. That's the next level. Backup thief loses like a second. I don't know. No, no! Why, dude? Why do? What is like? I don't know. No use.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Okay,
Hey,
rolling.
thanks for the membership,
Oh,
Adam.
it's been
Love you, dude. Raising my spirits here.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. Give me a few minutes.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Free 10 dragons in the artisan world. Then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you. Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful.
So yeah, so like little update with me right now is that last pace I was on that I threw to the supercharge in high caves really took the wind out of me. You know, that one really affected me. I'm not really sure why. I mean, there's a couple of reasons why that I won't get into. Not worth dwelling on that, on the why. But I'm pretty like depressed after that. In all honesty, I don't really want to keep doing runs. So yeah. So hopefully this next run goes great. Thanks for the good lucks, everybody. Glad you're all here. held down too long. Got $5 Kroger sushi. Nice. Enjoy. Dude, please just press X. Thank you for the bits, Freezy. Appreciate that. Okay, so since we got good gems there, I can skip these. Oh, is today Wednesday? Yeah, I might as well go get some Kroger sushi today. Jabber on a lot about this stream's done a lot for you in recent times. Dude, thank you for the kind words, Champion. I'm glad that this stream could help you in some way. I love you. What's up, Equinox? How you doing today? What's Heb? I don't know what Heb is. Big bad logo here. How am I doing? I'm doing. I would be lying to you if I said I'm doing good. I'm struggling through the grind today. I was on like a near world record. I think you just got here, so I'll just reiterate. I was on a near world record pace earlier that died in high caves, and that really affected me. So I'm just trying to just stay calm, and I took a little break, and now I'm just trying to stay calm and get another run going. Try to, you know, whatever. You know? Try to not want to die. Yeah, happy Wednesday, Jake. See you later, Royal. See you later, Iron. Thanks for hanging out, guys. You learning Nestor Skip, Michael? Good luck to you, bud. And thanks for the kind words. Thanks for the good luck, Intrigue. Good to see you. You're not leaving? Oh, my bad. Welcome back. No, the collector's edition is not different from this version. From the black label or whatever. They're all the same. The only differences are with like regions, like NTSC, PAL, in Japanese. But the actual version number of the game doesn't matter, they're all the same. So frustrating. Whatever. For Spyro 3, there are version differences. I thought you were asking about this game. Version 1.0 and 1.1 are different in that game. How have the runs been? I'm just gonna say good for lack of a better answer. They've been fine. I have yet to complete a run today. Nice cave, thank you. Dude. Yes, that is a region difference, Sam Hine, that you're describing. The camera's too high? Oh, you mean like my webcam? You want to see my nipples? Oh, I'm so far behind the cycle here. Guess I'm just slow. What's up, Marquisha? Thanks for the good luck. Dude. Please, dude, what the fuck? So bad. Dude. Thief fuck once again in Wizard Peak. I'm really in a sour mood. I need to get over that. If I ever want to do good here. Yes, thief fuck. Type it in the next level for me, please. Thank you. Dude, why? How am I going this slow on these cycles? I don't understand. The backup is to get the thief in Wizard Peak, which is why I told you guys to type thief fuck in Wizard Peak. So that way to remind me. You see. What's up, Patrick? Yo, Captain Boom, thank you for the prime. Really appreciate that. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. What's up, Arshak? Runs have been okay today, though I haven't finished any. Love you too, Captain Boom. Just read your message there. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks for the good luck, Kin. Yeah, just spam thief for this entire level. Please. Bad. I didn't even try to flame charge that. What am I doing with this movement now? Trash. Yo, Tainted Tally, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Hope you're doing well today. And I hope you had a nice stream as well. Thank you for the kind words. Welcome, Tally viewers. Thief is coming up. You guys can stop typing thief now. Thanks. Oh, nice. One of those treasure trains started, which would be cool if it didn't require a level 5 hype train to actually save money on. So if you guys want to, you know, support me, if you guys have been enjoying the grind, feel free to throw some subs my way. If we get up to level 5, then you'll start saving money on 5 gifts or more, which is just basically like... like, how could I even get you guys excited about that? Like, let's just be so real. That it's like... you know? So dumb. Such a dumb thing. It should just be like 35% off 5 gift subs at level 1. The fuck? It's already a temporary... God, Twitch pisses me off sometimes. Guys, please throw a bunch of money at me at full price, and then, if you're lucky, you might get a little discount. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Just kick back and enjoy the stream. Don't worry about it. And thanks if you do so. Twitch and their infinite wisdom. Yeah, it would be really hype if it was like save money at level 1. Then I would actually be able to like get you guys hyped, you know? But I cannot lie to you guys, that is a fucking scam. Would you lose your original channel, Patrick Reacts? I really don't recommend paying someone to try to recover it for you. It sounds like you're gonna get scammed. Keeping it even. I mean, this run's decent, you know, it's not as good as the one I had earlier today, but it's decent. We can definitely PB this still. Let's Let's keep it moving. Try to keep our heads up. Dude. Trash. Could I imagine organizing a live race against... Dude, Composer wants to race me. Like, they've expressed this to me in the past. But I'm, like, super antisocial during my grinds, and I don't really like doing that. So, I'm, you know, full disclosure, I'm just being a total bitch and, like, whatever, by not wanting to race. I would just rather grind in solidarity. It's nothing against Composer anyway. Misty Bong, thank you for the good luck, man. Hope you're doing well. Love you, Bong. Very well-timed sub. We're going into your level here. Yes, the ESA race is uploaded on their YouTube channel, which you can see by typing !race in the chat. Alright, I'm gonna try to lock in here. Fuck off. No, dude, flame! What am I looking at? Oh, I'm stressed out right now. I need to grab these. No! Oh, okay, just continue, just continue. No, it's fine. It's fine. Should've jumped. I'm not thinking straight. On, man, come on. It's over. Man, this is really difficult for me. I'm like struggling so much right now. It's like torture. I didn't even look at the gem count. I'm assuming I need to recover a couple. Fuck! I know it's a hard watch, everybody. I know it's a hard watch to see me struggle like this. I know. I know, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just want to finish this run and be done today. That's all I want. I know it's a hard watch once again. Thank you for being here, everybody who is here. I'm seeing some messages telling me to quit right now in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Trying my best. This is really rough for me. I need you guys to know that. That's all I can say. Thanks for the gift earlier, Ghost. I just saw that. No, it doesn't do anything. It's a self-soothing technique at this point. Okay, I need 2 gems. 2 gems. Not a good start. Three gems. It's okay. Let's see if I remember my strat for landing on the 3rd stair. I think it's you just tap left right as you come out. Just a little tap and then you land on the 3rd stair. See if I get it. Nice. Oh, but I missed the jump. That was actually really close. One of these days I'll get that recovery clean. Blowing fire just in midair doesn't do anything. No. There's a lot of self-soothing, just... I'm not going to talk about it. I need to focus. Sorry. That was a horrible attempt. Just a bad setup all around. Just bad execution all around. Nice. I'm playing on a PS2. Exclamation point setup for more info. I don't really feel like going for fasty.
Sorry I took so long. I kind of forgot about you.
What about Ganasty Gnork?
Nasty Nork is toast.
So now there's order
Thank you for the
again in
GGs,
Dragon
everybody.
Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'm glad I finished
I'd
that.
say the sky's the limit.
I'm a wreck, honestly. I'm a mess right now. Throwing that in Beastmakers and then just barely not being able to keep it on PB pace was... It was just too much for me to handle, you know, simply put. So, I'm done for today, I think. I'm like actually on the verge of tears right now. I'm like so upset. But I'm thankful for everybody who's here right now. I'm glad we did today's grind. I'm glad I finished that run. And yeah, and I'm glad you guys, like I said, I'm glad you guys are all here and watching the stream and vibing. When I said, like, I know this is a hard watch, seeing everyone be like, dude, it's not a hard watch, we just like watching you, like, that actually made me feel a lot better when I saw that. I was like, okay, it's actually not as bad as I think. Because people were typing like, dude, like, but without just being all quiet and like fuming there in that Beastmakers, everyone was just like, I could just see the messages like, dude, just take a break, just stop, you know? When people are typing stuff like that, that's when it's like, I know, it's like, man, I gotta say something, because this is like, this has to look terrible, you know? But that was reassuring, you know, for you guys to say that. See who's online right now. Do I always stream in the wrong... I always stream in the wrong Spyro category, don't I? I need to, like, fix that. Okay, well, I guess I'll raid Dylan. He's literally the only other speedrunner on right now. I'm starting to calm down a little. I'm starting to calm down. Like, yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, never a hard watch. Just gotta stay hard while watching. That's good. I like that attitude. I saw someone else typing that earlier. That's good. Good stuff. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. These daily grinds are starting to wear on me, I think. I'm starting to lose it, you know, a little bit. We'll see how things go tomorrow. I might need a day off tomorrow, I might not. We'll see. We'll see. But either way, thank you once again, everybody, for watching. I love you guys so much. Yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. I'm just gonna relax for today. I'm done now. So yeah. See you later, everybody. See you tomorrow, maybe. If not, I'll tell you guys on Discord. Love you guys. Peace. Mwah.